Alright guys, welcome to another Let's Watch / Talk where we look at the news trailer for Movie Gamer Show. Today we have the official teaser trailer for Superman, which is the first entry in the new DCU. So let's check this out and we'll talk about it after. Let's go.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
Superman.
And there we have it, guys. That is the official teaser trailer for Superman. I cannot wait for the official trailer whenever that drops, and of course we'll cover that when it does. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this trailer. What do you guys think about our new Superman right here? And I gotta say, it looks really good. It looks action-packed. It looks like there's gonna be a lot happening. I'm curious how long the movie will be. I'm hoping for like a 2-hour and 20-minute movie, maybe 2-hour and 30-minute movie, because it seems like there's gonna be a lot happening. A lot of characters. We have a lot of heroes. We have, of course, the villain. We have Lex Luthor. We have just a lot going on, you know. And this is gonna be instant when it comes to his story of Superman being Superman. Clark Kent, he's already Clark Kent. He works for the Bugle, and we have Lois Lane and everything that's going on. And now let's talk about the premise, which is the film explores Clark Kent, Superman's journey to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his adoptive human family in Smallville, Kansas. Okay, it looks great. I gotta say, I like the suit. I like the actor. Been a fan of him for a little bit now. And I mean, I'm happy for him that he got the role, he got the part, and I gotta say the cast is pretty damn strong here with this film. The only downside, I would say, I don't want to be really negative here, but one thing I will say is it too much? You know, I hope it's not too much. I don't think so. It's James Gunn. I feel like he can handle everything, especially with the way he did Suicide Squad. There's like a whole ton of characters in that one, so I feel like, and of course Guardians of the Galaxy and so forth, and this other movies he's done. So I feel like he's got a good hold when it comes to having a lot of different characters and stuff going on this in the movie on the screen. So I feel like in that department he's got it. But what I'm trying to say is that there's other movies where we did see a lot of characters. For example, I can give you like Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3. And yes, that's only Spider-Man. I get that. But that's just an example of like the way the story was told and how many characters are in said movie. So in this case, we have Superman and we have heroes. We also most likely will have multiple villains, but the main guy being Lex Luthor. And so that's where I'm kind of like, oh, is it too much though? I'm just hoping it's not too much, and the movie pulls it off with an amazing start to the new DCU, guys, with James Gunn at the helm. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes when this drops in July of next year, which is very cool that it's coming out very soon, and it's kicking off the new DCU, at least when it comes to live action. And I'm looking forward for the Batman one as well. But should have they changed the title to Superman and Friends? I'm kidding, because we do have Green Lantern and Hawkgirl and other characters, Mr. Terrific and so forth. Lois Lane is here too. So with that said, now let's move on to the cast here, because the one and only Superman, Clark Kent, is being played by David Corenswet, which like I said already earlier, I've been a fan of him since the 2020 show called Hollywood. If you guys have not seen it, I think he did a stellar job there. He's done other projects throughout the rest of the years after that, but I gotta say, I first saw him in that show and he did really good. Props to him. And so ever since then, I've been rooting for him, hoping he gets a big role. And now look at him. When they were casting and looking for Superman, I was like, whoa, him? No way. So it's really cool to see him now as Superman, and he's literally Superman right in front of us. So it's cool. We also have Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. If I'm botching that, my bad. The one and only Nicholas Hoult. This guy's doing really good right now. He's popping off with all these other movies, and most recently, on Christmas, he was in Nosferatu, so which we also covered on the channel, the trailer. But he's playing Lex Luthor, which is cool, and he looks good. He looks good as Lex, and we'll see his iteration of Lex, because that's one discussion that a lot of comic book fans and just Superman fans talk about with the different versions of Lex. And I will say one of the best versions that a lot of people put up in the mantle as number one is definitely Smallville's Lex Luthor. So there is that. So that's cool. Cool to see Nicholas here. We also have Eddie Gadegi as Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific. That's really cool to see. Last time we saw Mr. Terrific was in the Arrowverse, which I'm a fan of. I was a fan of. And so it's great to see Mr. Terrific here on the big screen. So that's really cool. Anthony Kerrigan as Rex Mason / Metamorpho. Okay, so we have that. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, which is a version of, or just a Green Lantern. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's cool. We'll get to see Green Lantern on the big screen as well, which we haven't seen since 2011, with Ryan Reynolds as the helm as the Green Lantern in that film, which I know a lot of people did not like and then got ripped on by Deadpool in 2016. So there is that. Isabella Merced as Kendra Saunders, aka Hawkgirl, which is really cool. We just saw her recently this year in Alien Romulus, so there's that. Then we also have Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, so that's cool to see Jimmy Olsen here in the movie. We have Sarah Sampaio as Eve Tessmacher, which is great. I feel like we haven't seen Eve, or the character, in quite a bit. I might be wrong about that, but I feel like we haven't, at least my memory from when it comes to the movies is definitely seeing her in the Christopher Reeve Superman films, and just Lex screaming, "Miss Tessmacher!" If you guys know, you know. And so I love that. I love that she's going to be in this film. We also have Maria Gabriela de Faria as Angela Spica, the engineer, okay. Wendell Pierce as Perry White. We also have Prute Taylor Vince as Jonathan Kent, and Neve Howell as Martha Kent. Great stuff, guys. And this, apparently the story will take place also a couple years after, you know, Superman, Clark Kent is Superman, and he's like around 25, 26. So that's great. And he's already established as Superman, and he's trying to help out and doing his thing. And he's together with Lois, and Lois knows, of course, that Clark Kent is Superman. And he's got the hair. I mean, look at the hair. He's got that little thing in the front, which is great. And it looks like it's gonna be a fun time. It's James Gunn. Of course, the action scenes will be actiony. Of course, how can I forget the music? The soundtrack will probably be really good as well, where James Gunn really pulls off the soundtrack side in his movies, at least most recently, in the last couple of movies he's done. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything here with the new Superman film. It looks very grounded. I will say this. Another thing to pop in and say is that it looks very grounded. I know we did have Zod and just the massive scale, crazy action, and yes, there will be that here. Like we have Hawkgirl fighting, and we have whatever Lex has in store for Superman and Metamorpho and whatever else is going on in the background when Superman and Lois, or Clark and Lois, are kissing and just are together in the building with the crazy whatever is happening in the background, right? So a lot will be happening, yeah, but it feels very grounded. Like this part right here, this moment, this scene right here feels very grounded to the DC animated universe, which if you guys have seen those films, there's a lot of different scenes where Superman they're on the ground, they're in the city, talking with his buddies, with either Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Lois Lane, Batman, or they're in the coffee shop, they're there, or with Green Lantern too, or the Flash, or Arrow, but they're just all together there. They're talking and they're just in the city, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen. That's what we're gonna see. It's not gonna be like one crazy special event, one big team up, and that's it. No, we'll get to see them talking and interacting. For example, when Guy Gardner comes in and interrupts Superman inside the building, we have people in the background seeing them, and they're just gonna be talking, and whatever the issue is at hand in that scene, we'll get to see. And I think it'll be really cool to see that. It just feels very animated movie like, and I'm a fan. I really like that. I did like the edgy and darker side with the Zack Snyder version of Superman, or in this case, the Man of Steel film. And I love Henry Cavill. I loved him as Superman. He was a great choice. He's still a great choice in my eyes. But I'm hoping and rooting for Mr. Cornsweat right here, guys. Rooting for him and hoping this film does really well. For the last note here, guys, I'll leave it at this, is that I'm wishing and hoping for all the DC fans to get what they wanted, because ever since the DCEU and them trying to capitalize on the Marvel hype and trying to copy them with either their comic relief stuff and just the way, I guess, they did the heroes and introduced the heroes, trying to copy Marvel, it just didn't work out, and all the issues they've had and the stuff that happened with just the order, and there was no order. The order and the non-existing order pretty much was what I'm trying to say. And it didn't mesh well. They didn't pull it off. They were disorganized, and there was continuity, but it was all over the place. That's pretty much what happened. And I don't want to say actor picks being the issue, but there were some problems with that as well. There was, it sucks, as big DC fans out there, they didn't get what they wanted, and now we're getting a fresh start for all the DC fans watching. Here's hoping, cross all my fingers, that this is a great beginning for the DCU, and I'm sure they're hoping for that as well. So yeah, and it looks really good. And Superman, we have Crypto the Superdog being in the film as well, so that he's gonna have his moment for sure. And Superman getting beat up and definitely sporting, I want to say, the new 52 outfit. That's what I'm getting vibes here a little bit. That's just my view though. But it's cool that he gets hurt, I guess. That might sound bad, but it's cool to see Superman down because he's generally really OP. But when it comes to finding like Darkseid, and you have all these other fights that he has, other big, really, really tough villains, that's when you get a little bit of emotion of like, whoa, okay, this guy's really strong, right? And of course, if you guys read the comic books or seen animated shows, you're like, wait a second, okay, this is where Superman is gonna have to put up a fight, or else he can actually get taken down. Like, whoa. And yes, we did see that already before with, of course, Batman vs Superman. Yes, I know, but seeing it again in the big screen, it's gonna be really cool to see that. And it seems like whoever or whatever took down Superman, whether if it was Kryptonite or a big villain, he's learning. He's learning. He's still a young Superman. He's learning, and of course, we'll see team ups and the heroes fighting together, and people getting scared, destruction. It's gonna be a crazy big movie. I can't wait, guys, for this film. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this Let's Watch / Talk. Great stuff here, guys, from James Gunn and Peter Safran being the producer. And just, I think they're gonna be a great they're a great combo, and it seems like they're starting off really strong with this one, which I'm sure Dave wanted and they're hoping for when this releases in July. But yes, guys, I'll keep you all posted with when the official trailer releases. We'll check that out together, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the DCU and can't wait to see where this goes. Like, what will be the next film? I know there is a list. I forgot the list already, but whatever film is next, I can't wait to see what they do with it, who will direct it. And personally, for me, I'm a big Batman fan. I love Batman, Joker, Harley Quinn, all the Batman Gotham characters. So I can't wait to see Robin, because apparently Robin's going to be in it, so I can't wait to see Robin again on the big screen. That's the film I am really, really, really looking forward to in the new DCU, in this new universe that James Gunn and Peter Safran have made up. So yeah, that's it, guys. Take care, stay amazing, and I'll see y'all with the next one.